Good evening, folks. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Shows my mic is on, so it looks like we're good to go here. Welcome, everybody, to Top of the Valley match. Gregory Jensen versus Brian Geegan. I hope I pronounced that right. Brian told me how to pronounce it one time, but I forgot. Looks like the game of the day is 8 ball. Greg starting off with a decent break. Let's see. Looks like he's going for solids here. 6 ball, side pocket. Nice touch. Floats the 7 down for the 2 in the right pocket, right side pocket. Okay, nice little draw shot for the 3 in the top right corner. Looks like he left himself this combination 4-5 in the lower right. Let's see where the 4 ends up after this, or the Q. That's a window for the 4 in the right side pocket. 8 ball could be tricky to get onto, but we'll see how the balls roll. Not sure he really had an 8 ball shot anyways after that, but Brian, leaving Brian an opportunity at the table now. Okay. Safety. Looks like they're going heads up, race to 7. Looks like Greg's lining up for a jump shot. Long jump. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was valiant effort. Falls a little short and fouls, giving Brian ball in hand with an open table. Okay, I like this start. 9 and 11 are tied up, and so that's a good place to start, getting those unstuck, opening up the table a little bit. Got probably a little straighter than he wanted to on this 14, but he could try to spin it over for a shot at the 10 in the side. Or he has other options if he doesn't get what he likes after this. Oh, beautifully done. Good shape on the 10. Even the 15. I think this is the 15 right here. So we can go for that one or the 10 here. Okay, looks like he's going for the 10. Oh, and just barely misses it. letting Greg see the 4 in either the side pocket or the bottom right. Goes for the side. Nice shot, but kind of hooked himself here. Yep, he's going to have to kick at this. Going for a good hit. That's going to be painful. Yeah, 8-ball is one of those games I've learned that it's harder and harder the more balls you make because your options diminish. Okay. Nice shot there by Brian. He might be thinking of using the 10 ball as his key ball. Oh, okay. He's going to run into the 8 here, and that might change things. Oh, hit it a little full. Greg now with a bank opportunity. Yes. Oh, yeah. Tracked it right in. Nice shot, Greg. Yeah, I've seen Greg make many of those. Greg Jensen taking down rack 1 in this top of the valley challenge, and believe they're playing for second and third place right now. Greg Jensen on the number 2 spot with a 425 Fargo, and Brian in spot number 3 with a 461. This top of the valley challenge series is also sponsored by Salado and EvoSports. This EvoSports platform is pretty cool. You have your tablet installed at whatever location, and you can stream matches. And in my case, as a commentator, I am able to log in remotely from home and not just watch the match, but commentate it, and it's kind of cool. It's very cool. Rack number 2, Brian to break. Let's see where he puts the cue ball to start. All right, he likes it right in the center. I like that break. I also like breaking from the side occasionally. I hit the head ball, though, not the second ball like most people do. Brian deciding to go right down the middle. Nice break. Good spread on the balls. So we got a little bit of a problem here oh, with these two balls. If you're solids, I mean, you really have to get good position. Try to get into this zone. Oops. I apologize. Still trying to get used to the controls here. It might be lagging a little bit. Okay, Brian really thinking about his choices here. Looks like he's settled on stripes. I think I like the stripes better in this position. Like I said, because of the two, getting in that narrow window. Well, he opened it up now, of course, after that shot. So, yeah, I guess solids aren't as bad as they looked at the beginning. Brian, however, got a little funny here. Okay, tough position here for Brian, but he's going to do something with this nine. Oh, attempting a bank. Falls a little short. The nine ball running out of gas, coming short of the corner pocket, but also, let's see here, also leaving Greg not too much of a. Oh, is that a foul? It sure is. Brian picks up the cue, taking a walk around the table to figure out how to solve this puzzle. Oh, great attempt at a breakout. He bumped into them, but still the 11 is a little bit funny. I mean, you have to sort of land in this zone for the 11 because the 4 is impeding, and he's just outside of that zone. So he may elect to try to get back into that zone because the 9 ball is the only ball connected to the 11 that'll help him get there. And he can do it with this ball, but he's going to have to be a little accurate or try another breakout. This is not bad, though. Now the 11 has a much bigger zone you can make it from. If he landed anywhere in here, he's got it. So he's going to have to somehow use the 10 ball or the 13 ball to get up there. Great shot on the 10. He may be able to cut the 11 now, too. Yes. But if you do that, then it's going to be tough getting on the 13. If you go for the 13 in the side, then you run into the 7 here, and that may or may not put you on the 11. Well, I think I'd take my chances with this ball here, the 13. Yep, I like that. Oh, goes for the bank. And not bad. Oh man, it's a thin cut. It's hard to tell from just this overhead view, but he may have a cut here. That's definitely going to force the cue ball to run into the 4 and come out for position. After the 4, he may end up going something like this out here. But it's really tricky because it's easy to overrun. End up somewhere at the top of the table with no shot on the 8. Okay, likes to go with a safe. Did he get there? Doesn't look that way. I think Greg has a shot at this 4 with a good angle to get back down for the rest of the balls, and there he is. Greg has full control of the table now. Even if he doesn't run these out, the 11 is in such an awkward spot that Greg could play it safe and just hook him somewhere, or just leave the cue ball somewhere, up table over here, and make it hard for Brian to see the ball. Oh, just clips the point. Gets a little fortunate here with a bit of a two-way shot and hooks Brian behind the 8 ball. Looking at the kick. Yeah, you see him look at the shot coming from this way. And at this angle, he would have to put a lot of right English, but he is going to go the other route. Oh, unfortunately, hits the 3. That hurts. Nice little float. One ball in the left side there. Drills the 3 for good position on the 8. Let's see if he goes 2 rails with the cue ball in case he misses. And he does go 2 rails in case he misses. And maybe a little softer. I would have hit that just a little harder so that the cue ball would have ended up more over here. Um, yeah, those are some of the things that the better players do well is, in that last attempt by Greg, um, they will go 2 rails and come out here because they know that if they land there, in case they miss, that's a tough shot on the 11. Oh, get there. Oh, but he blocks the pocket. And that was a great attempt by Brian. That's a tricky shot, trying to spin into the rail, into the ball, and get it to float in like that. Oh, Greg with a interesting safe. Pocketing the ball, leaving the eight long and difficult for Brian. Yeah, I mean, if your eight ball's blocked, you don't want to sell out necessarily. And I'm not sure there was a good safety there. So that was a really good option to just carom the 11 in, leaving a long eight ball shot for Brian. And Brian, wow, what a shot. I mean, I've gambled like that before, just figuring, hey, it's a long shot. If I try to bank the eight and I miss it, then he's got the 11 sitting in the pocket, and then he runs out. So might as well make the 11 on purpose, set up a difficult eight ball shot, and gamble on the fact that, it's a low percentage shot. And, even the good players struggle with shots like that. So, yeah, I don't fault Greg for making the 11. And Brian following up with a very nice eight ball. Good work, gentlemen. Well, tied 1-1. All right, Brian broke from the middle. Let's see where Greg likes to break from. Looks like about a diamond and a half over. Two diamonds down. Head ball snap. One ball in the corner. There goes the five. And what do we have here? Lots of ugliness, and not a real good shot on anything, looks like right now. Can't tell if he can see this seven. Okay, so he is kicking at the three. Not giving up too much considering there's clusters all over the table. Okay. How to navigate a table like this? Shooting over some balls, looking a little bit awkward, and I don't blame him. That's not easy. Yeah, that was a difficult bridge to form there for that shot. Brian now opening up the table for Greg. And if I'm Greg, I'm shooting stripes probably. Got a couple of easy balls. And if, well, never mind. I was going to say, if he was going to make this ball first, he could use that ball in the side to break up some of the cluster. But he could do it with the nine now, and that's a very good ball to do it with. Yeah, just Oh, he's hmm. Maybe not ready to break things up yet, or oh, okay. He's hmm. Yeah, now he's got a little bit of a challenge here. Going for a kick on the 9. Makes a good kick. Nice shot, Brian. Looks like he's got that top right corner's number. Made a great 8-ball shot earlier in the same pocket. Similar shot now. Now, what Brian should be thinking about is this cluster of balls here. Oh, this circle. This circle tool is a little tricky. So now he's going for the 2 here. Oh, he's not. That's a smart play. Yeah, I was going to say, if he makes the 2, what does he follow that up with? And when you're this far into the rack and you only have 3 or 4 balls left, you don't want to make too many balls and deny yourself the opportunity to use your balls to figure out a pattern. So I'm happy to see that he didn't make that, leaving his ball on the table and close to the pocket, so that could potentially be an opportunity to use that ball to get on another ball or to create more opportunities. Okay, he still has a 4-ball in trouble here. And so he might be able to get to the 4 from the 7 if he landed, say, right about there. But, okay, he's got a good angle, but he's going to have to land in a very specific zone if he wants to get out, I believe. Somewhere in this zone in order to float down for the 4. Oh, he is going to look nice. Oh, come on, 13. Oh, well, he had the right idea. And if he would have just gone around the 13, he would have landed, in this line here, which would have been great to get position for the 4, possibly out. Oh, man. Yeah, all of us have done this to ourselves, and it's no fun. The double whammy about something like this is now you're down to 2 balls. So now your options are super limited, and that's what I was trying to say earlier in the match is 8 ball is like it gets harder and harder the more balls you make. I wonder if he was going for that side. If he was, that was a great try. But it was smart to go for to kick that 4 out of there because that was the problem ball. And now Greg probably going to play it safe here. Oh, that's gnarly. Oh, oh man. Good save. Tough for Brian. The only thing that would probably that Greg probably wanted to happen better is the 11 and 15 ball spread open a little bit more or separate a little bit more. Nice hit. And this is where Greg probably wish he would have separated the balls better. Except now that I'm looking at it, the 11 might go. And if it does, oh, it doesn't. Okay, and so another safe. Now he has a little bit more separation, and it's going to be harder to make a good kick now. So with ball in hand, Greg could potentially run this table out. Brian in a tough spot here. He's got the one rail kick on the 7, or maybe a two rail kick. He can maybe come this way. And then, the 7 gets a little bigger if you go two rails like that. With how much the 11 is in the way, I don't see him kicking or getting a good hit on this 4 over here. And then this, oh, excuse me. Oh, he looks like he's jumping. I didn't know he can jump. Let's go. He's really elevated here. Yeah, that's really close. At least he only has to jump half of the 11 ball, but that's still real steep. Maybe he changed his mind. Yeah, he's measuring the one rail kick to the 7, or maybe two rails. Is he looking at this line? And then back out? Oh! Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Greg put him in pretty good jail there. But, Brian did muck up the balls again, so okay. So the 11 must go. Oh. Hmm. Oh man, get out of town. Oh, he came so close to locking Brian up again, but leaks out, giving Brian an opportunity. All Brian has to do is just float this one down. He's going to have natural shape for the 4. The 8 is, oh man, gets a little close. Oh, hit that with a little bit too much authority, and the cue ball gets away from him a little bit. Well, the good news is he can play a safe here. And it could be a two-way safe because even if he kicks. Oh no, he's going to just do a one rail safe here. Try to just leave the 11. Oh, see, I would have kicked the opposite way. because then the cue ball is traveling, if you were to have kicked at it this way, then the cue ball's traveling to the left. Oh, oh, wow. I do not see Greg do that often. Okay, Brian, take a breath. Don't rush it. Just think about where you want to leave the cue ball for the 8. Oh, I did not see that happening. Man, that's rough. So Brian did move the 11 just a touch. And so just allowing Greg the option of putting it back. And now Greg should be able to just float the cue ball up table. Nice shape on the 8. Yeah. Brian gives one away. But plenty of pool left to go here. So, just got to shake those off and just regroup. Stay present, stay in the moment. Just worry about the next shot. The next shot. I'm wondering if on that last shot by Brian, if he was trying to go off the top rail and then back down for the 8 because he put top on it. Maybe he just didn't quite angle it right and it followed it right in. Surprised he didn't just draw it back a little bit. All right, so the guys are regrouping. Greg takes down rack number 3. And off we go. I forget you can switch the player cam here. That's kind of cool. All right, Brian smashes him. However, it comes up dry. And now it's Greg back at the table. Electing to go for stripes. Oh, overcuts it just a touch. The only real problem ball I see is the 4 right here. It's blocked by the 10. And so if you're going to go for solids, then you want to shape that 4 to make it in this pocket then. Oh, he's going for the 5? Oh no, the 9. Okay, so Yeah. Oh, and now the 4 is doubly in trouble because the 3 is now in the way. Of course, soon as Brian clears the 10 here, then the 4 is no longer blocked. But if you picked solids and you saw that the 4 is in trouble, you may leave that one there just to, especially if you don't have a run out. You know, you don't disturb that one as a just to give you an insurance ball. But it looks like he's going for a combo here. Risky. Okay. Oh, man. And now the 10 has now become a problem ball. It's 7 blocking it. Tables turn just like that. The 4 went from a problem ball to off the table in one round. And now Greg with the upper hand here. Oh, but rolled a little too far. I think he wanted to be on the 5. Hmm. Oh, can he see the 7? Oh, man. No, he was just taking a look. Maybe comboing this 15 in is. Oh, that's a good shot. Not too happy where the 6 ended up, though. They say in pool that there's 6 bad spots on the table. You know, there, there's, you know, right by the side pocket on the rail, like the 6 is, there and there. And then also on the cushion on the short rail. So those 6 spots are very, very problematic. If you have balls in these positions, should that you should attend to those quickly. Okay. Yeah, Brian now trying to figure out what his approach is. Although, hold on a second, I thought he was stripes. Um, did I miss something? Did Greg catch it? Because Greg comboed the 15 in. Hmm. Yeah, Brian went for the 9 at the very beginning of this rack, and so and now he switched to solid. Something. Oh, wait a minute. He's shooting for. No, he is shooting for solids now. I don't think that's right. Yeah, that is Brian shooting. Uh, Greg must have not caught it either. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see how this ends up. Yeah. 7 ball. Oh boy. Let's rearrange the furniture. Man, now that 6 ball is in terrible trouble. So I wonder if they're Yeah, I think they're discussing. They're discussing the switch in colors here. I think Greg is saying, "Wait a minute now. I was solids. I think you made a few solids before I realized." And so now, what do you do here? Yeah, I think they're confirming this. Brian's nodding his head. You know what? I didn't even pay attention. Hey, we've all done it, man. Oh boy. They may be discussing the option to restart this rack. Or yeah, okay. So now they're saying, okay, heck with it. It was a foul, and now I'm shooting. Oh, and then he moved the 10 over there. All right, boys, get it together. Okay. Okay, back on track. Brian, stripes. Now, this ball here, I believe, is the 14. It's going to be the only kind of shady shot because the 8 is making it a little tight. Oh, but he nudges the 10 for a great angle on this. Oops. Okay, you want to make sure you leave yourself an angle on this 11. That should work. That should work. Yes. Nice shot. Good stroke, Brian. Gets really good on this 10 ball. And now if he makes this, he's going to see that 8 ball really good. Brian. Oh, man. Rattles it. Yeah, and Greg does not like the 6. I don't blame him. Otherwise, if he had a little bit of cushion to work with, he might go for it now. He might be playing a safe. Yep. Just like that. Didn't quite hide him, but left him long. Long and tough. Hmm. Quite the predicament here. If he cuts the 10 in the top right. Oh, he's cutting it to the left. Oh! Nearly clips the 6, which he did not want to do, which is good because that would have bumped the 6 out of there for Greg. But I liked that choice to bank it because he might have rattled it and left it near the pocket, maybe blocking the 7. And now Greg going for the 6 now, which is a good idea. Oh, yeah. I mean, missing it didn't hurt him much. And in fact, getting it out of there was a good choice, and good speed control to leave the cue ball in a position where Brian now has a tough choice to make on this 10. I do believe that's the 10. You know, Brian could try to just float this 10 over here, block the 7. He could also thin the cue ball, send the cue ball off over here, making it really tough for. Oh, but he had an angle for a cut? Oh, man. I didn't see that. I thought that was too steep. But great shot. It ends up with great position on the 8. And now he's just got to tighten up a little bit, regain some focus, take a deep breath. Nice, smooth stroke. There you go. Good shot, Brian. Way to lock it in. Okay, tied 2-2. And back and forth we go. Yeah, hopefully they won't make the same mistake for the rest of the match and switch colors. Greg once again wearing his jam up apparel. His last name Jensen printed on the back. I don't hardly see the names printed up and down like that. I usually, of course, across. You can upright, read it upright, but it's a cool shirt. My wife says I have an addiction for collecting pool shirts, pool t-shirts, pool polos, pool attire. I don't know about that, but I do have a few. Okay, I have a lot. All right, a nice opening rack for Brian here after a dry break. And now just trying to figure out if he goes for stripes, what to do. With this cluster here. You could break it up now. Is it too early? You do have an insurance ball over here. The 13 is blocking this 3. Of course, the 3 goes in the side, but, also difficult to navigate. Okay, so what is he looking at here? He's going to carom into the 15, and that's a good shot. In 8-ball BCA rules, what they're playing here, mixed combos are allowed at the beginning when it's open. Unfortunately, there was no reward after that shot. And now Brian is, he's left himself a little bit, a little bit difficult here. Oh, he's calling the side pocket. The 9-ball? Okay. Okay. Gets the 9 out of trouble anyway. But gives up table position. Let's see what Greg has here. don't think the 5 goes. Oops. I stand corrected. Oh, never mind. I mean, that was tight. And, the 10 ball in one of those awkward positions, it's off the rail a little bit, so it's not so much a bad ball as if it were on the rail, but it's still in a kind of a dicey spot, especially now that the 5 is hanging in the side pocket like that. So, not just that, it's blocked by the 6 here. Okay. He could try to make something happen here. Spin into this direction. Oops, excuse me. Yep. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, spin into that area here. Now he does have a shot at the 13, but you don't want to ignore your problem balls here. You've got 2 of them. This one's a problem ball because it's blocked by the 14 here, and of course the 10 hanging near that side pocket is not, very. It's not very good either. So he makes his ball, but now he's down to 3 balls, and this is where, yeah, I mean, you could see his body language. He's like, well, okay, now I have 1 ball I can make, but then I'm only going to have 2 balls left, right? So don't know that you make this 14 here. I think you maybe try to send it maybe over here just as an insurance. Oh, okay. You kind of tried that, maybe a little hard, but yeah, you don't really want to make any more balls here because even if, well, if he made that, he did have an angle to make the 11 and then send the cue ball in that direction, but there's no guarantee of a shot. And then now you only have 1 ball left, and we like to often refer that as 1 ball hell. And that's not a fun place to be. Greg with a safety attempt but fails to touch a rail. And now is going to turn the table back over to Brian with ball in hand. The predicament is still the 10 ball. What do we do with this 10 ball? He may be bold enough to put the cue ball right about here and then draw back into the 10. Try to kick it out of there. Okay, so he looks like he's giving himself an angle to send the cue ball in that direction into the 4, bump the 10 out of there, and also maybe shape the 14. Well, he's given himself a cross bank opportunity. Yep, he just called the right side pocket. And this is going to also send the cue ball, in this direction and hopefully shape the 14. Oh, or do that and get the 14 right in the pocket. Near the pocket, I should say. That worked out really good. That was a great shot. Now, this is a little thin, so he's going to want to maybe put a little right English on it and then come back out here and hit these balls. And that'll stop the cue ball for the 8 in this pocket. I think he's going to go around instead. Or hit the 8. That works too. Yeah, that worked out really good. All the way down for me. Yes, sir. There you go. Bam. Brian taking down rack 5. Ahead for the first time. Nice out, Brian. Here we're taking a look at Brian setting up for rack number 6. Bam. 4 goes down. Nice spread on the balls. And he's going to get a good look at the 7. What else? All other options are tough. Yeah, stripes or solids. I think those are your 2 best options. Oh, he's looking at another mixed combo. Didn't even see this one. Oh, that was close. Yeah, I always like to try to lock in a ball on the opening shot just to stay on the table, stay in control. Maybe there was something about the 7 he didn't like. But Greg decides to go with stripes, and he's going to have to eventually address the 13 here before making too many more balls. The 14 and 15 are good candidates for a breakout. And so he may be looking at that later. But you don't want to wait too long. Okay, he tried to draw. He drew back for the 9. It was a good shot. Just overcut his ball by a touch. That 9 would have also given him a good angle to come out for a breakout shot. Okay, Brian. Now for Brian, it's the 8 ball that's in trouble. Whenever I'm at the table, the 8 ball is my ball. And so, yeah, this ball is in trouble. He could bump into it now, but he'll also be sacrificing the the insurance ball on the 13. He didn't break it out, so still a problem. Hmm. Wonder if he sees the 7 ball down here. He might be trying to combo on the 5. Oh, he's trying to bank on the 3. I like that choice. The 3 was blocked by, the 14 and 15. So now he got it on the other side of those balls into a good position for later. This could turn into a little cat and mouse with the 8 and the 13 here. For Greg, the 8 ball is his insurance ball. For Brian, the 13 is the insurance ball. Meaning, you know, it's Greg's problem ball, so it's Brian's insurance ball, and vice versa. Okay. Nice cut. Getting down to the wire now. Man, he's got a shot on the 5, but he really wanted to be on this side of it in order to bump into this 8 and get that 8 out of there. So I would be going for the 7 and shaping that 5 to break out the 8 right now. Okay. Now, if he's got the 3 here, he's pretty straight. So if he wanted to send the cue ball off of this cushion and off of this cushion to break the 8, he could do that. Oh, and he does, but he hooks himself. Oh, no. Oh, that is just the pool gods being meanie pants. What the heck? Oh, that was a great attempt at the breakout. If it leaks out, he's got a shot at the 7. If he would have put just a touch more left, he would have hit the 8 instead of the 13. Oh, just an unfortunate result here for Brian. Seems to have gotten unlucky a few times in this match like that. Man. And, again, the double whammy being he's out of balls. So he's out of options. And so this is a great tactic, something I learned a long time ago. Hey, muck up your opponent's balls. Intentional foul. Oh, man. This is, oh, boy. Oh, Greg, not quite getting the hook he wanted on that ball. And now Brian with another chance at an out. Hmm. Just overcuts it. And if I'm Greg, I'm safety. Yes, sir. I'm safetying again. If he does get ball in hand, you know, I may want to put the cue ball somewhere here and break out these balls. That 9 ball is a good candidate for a breakout. I would leave this ball alone as an insurance ball. No, he's going to elect to safe again. This time he's making sure he separates them. So nothing wrong with that tactic. That's what I love about 8 ball. 8 ball is one of those games that really allows you to be creative and to think of different ways to get the upper hand and create those opportunities for yourself. I tend to play a little bit more aggressive. I like to break out the clusters. I like to shape for breakouts and open things up for more opportunities. Oh my goodness! I couldn't tell if he fouled or not, but the 15 moved. Oh, he did. Oh man, because that looked like a great jump. Of course, I couldn't see because his back was to us. Oh, but oh, you did not 15. Oh my goodness. Just denies Greg the chance for the out here, which of course 13-9-8 out. Oh man, that's rough too. Oh, and somehow scrapes the paint off of the wall there. Drops the 8 for rack number 6. Another nice shot by Brian on the 8 ball. All right, Greg, sir. It's time to take a breath yourself and regroup, recompose, focus on the task at hand. All right, Greg. Breaking rack 7, drops the 1, scatters the ball. Another cluster to face, to deal with here. And boy, oh boy, do we got some trouble on all this. Okay, so solids it is, which I don't blame him. You got your 5 here, blocking the 10. You got these 2 solids to worry about right now. Oh, he might be dealing with them now. 2-5 combo? Yes, sir. Nice shot. Not out of the woods yet. Three's in trouble. And I don't know if the 3-4 combo is a good shot, but hmm. There you go. Stop for a moment. Take a walk around the table. You got three balls left, so you know if you're going to make any more balls now, it should be with some purpose. Okay, let's see here. This 3-8 is making me a little nervous if he's planning a carom. Okay, little containment shot, and that ended up really good for him. Yeah, he blocks the 8 with his 4, securing the 8 ball. Hmm. Yeah, so Brian can play a safe here and send the cue ball maybe off of this ball, off in this direction. He's going for it though. Nice shot. Two-way too. Since if he missed that, he would have definitely hooked Greg behind the 15 here. Brian regaining control of the table. Needs to worry about this 10. He's going to need to get on this side of it somehow. I'm not sure if the 15 goes here. I think the 3's in the way. But let's see how he navigates through this rack. Okay. Lots of different things you can do here. He's going for the 9. Maybe floating up into this area. Oh, floating up for the, or sorry, floating down for the 10 and gets there, but rattles the 9. However, doesn't give Greg a clear shot. He's got a bank. Making his bank though is gonna mean not having a shot on the 4. And yeah, that was the risk about that shot. It's this is what I mean about making too many balls. You paint yourself in a corner because you don't plan for the last ball, and it'll bite you. It's not over yet though. Brian needs to navigate this 8 ball. Hmm. Okay. Wow. So in order to make the 8, he needs to land in this zone right here. Right? I mean, it's like, so if he's not looking at this zone for the 8, He needs to figure out how to move the 4 out of there or something else, but oh, he may be trying to do something here. Maybe send the cue ball in this direction. No, going the opposite. Okay. Now he does have a little bit of an angle on this 11. With the cue ball sitting where it is, he can draw back to this position and then leave himself a good angle to float down to that zone for the 8. Oh, he must be able to clear past the 4 here because he left himself straight for a follow. And he's going to end up in that zone. Nice. Oh, bumps the 4 for good measure, and that's great shape for the 8 ball. That was close. And another nice out by Brian. Yeah, that could have gone bad if he would have not bumped the 4 and just landed and hooked himself on it. That was really close. Found the route, found the path, found the pattern. So it looks like Brian is racking the even racks. We're on rack 8. And on we go to rack 8. Brian Geoghegan leading Gregory Jensen 5-2. Brian breaking dry, and now Greg at the table electing solids. And let's see what we have on the table here. Well, so the 8 ball does go in this pocket. And once that happens, that clears the 8 ball for the lower left pocket. So somewhere along this run, he's going to need to make the 4 before the 8. And also, here's another ball, the 7, on that cushion by the side pocket, one of the 6 problem spots on the table. Oh, Greg just working his way through the rack, and better that he didn't make that, actually, because doesn't have a plan, or I'm sorry, doesn't have a shot on the 7, and didn't have I mean, he's got to somehow figure out how to make the 4 first. Man, this 7 is really, really sticky. Brian may change the furniture here, may rearrange the furniture here and start to develop the rack and change things up. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, doesn't give away anything though. Greg. Oh, okay. Greg rearranges the furniture, opens things up a little bit, and now he's looking a lot better. And all of his balls are on the bottom half of the table, so if he gets another opportunity, that that very well could help him. Brian at the table now, looking at a pretty good spread. No real problem balls to speak of here. Floats the 13 in. Nice touch there. I think you make the 10 here and draw back slightly for the 15. But instead he's gonna shoot the 14, and that's okay. All right. I like this 12 in the side here. Yes, sir. Oh, getting the short stick. He's up against the wall, so Greg has provided the diamond den with a short stick for justice purposes. And Brian making good use of it, getting good on either the 10 or the 11. I think I like the 11, and then just maybe float up here for the 10 in the top left corner. Oh, that's a good choice too. Got a little bit of a steep angle on the 10, more than he wanted to, but manageable. Hmm. It must be more difficult than it looks because he's really thinking about this one. Yeah. May have been an awkward angle for him. But here's the opportunity Greg's been waiting for. No problem balls. All the balls relatively. Um, oh, and I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he had his cue a little bit too elevated. Maybe just rushed it a little bit. Got great shape on the 4 with a slight angle to get on the 7. And now Brian, looking at a long shot at the 15 here. This is a clutch shot. Oh, yeah. All right, Greg, once again, another opportunity to make something happen here. and narrow the lead that Brian has on him. Nice cut. Plenty of room for the 4. Will he shape the right side pocket? No, he's going to draw and make it in the same pocket. Wow. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, that was a great drawback for that shape on the 8 there, Greg. Good shot. All right. Closing the lead on Brian, 3-5 now. And we move on to rack number 9, folks. In this race to 11, top of the valley challenge series. If you want to know more about Top of the Valley, find them on their Facebook page under Top of the Valley Salado Challenge Series. Tap on the featured section of the group, and there you'll find all the information you need to sign up, join the action. If you want to improve your Fargo robustness or your Fargo rating, that's a good way to do it. The map of the play area is also in the featured section, letting you know, where the borders are for where you can do the challenges. You can challenge, you can join anytime. The schedule is also in the featured section. And challenge up. If you join, you start at the bottom, but then you challenge up the ladder, as they say, and up to 3 spots above. If those 3 spots are already in matches, then you can challenge up to a 4th spot above you. If you win, you switch places and you get that spot, and then they get knocked down or knocked down. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but um, yeah, I think it's a great format. 1 versus 1, like you see here. The players issue challenges. They can play 8 ball, 9 ball, or 10 ball. The challenger picks the game and the race, and the challengee picks the destination. In some cases, that they can, the challenger will suggest, and the person being challenged will agree, just because it works out. But ultimately, you pick a date, a time within a certain time frame, of course, and meet up, start the match. In this case, Greg's got the match set up at his Diamond Den, so we're able to live stream it, which is a nice feature to have. It's always nice to go back to review the tape to see where you could have done better, or what you could have done different. It certainly helps me out too when Greg or anyone else commentates on my matches and they see stuff that I don't see. It's nice to go back and go, oh yeah, I should have done that, or should have done this. But it's just good. It's good review. That's helps out, but doesn't have to be streamed live on EvoSports. No, a lot of places don't have EvoSports available anyway, but anywhere within that map region, you can issue a challenge, and it's weighted too, so they go by FARGORATE mild rating, which is it's a handicap of sorts. In this case, Gregory and Brian are pretty evenly matched, so the race is even, race to 7. But if you're playing a higher rated player, then you may only have to win 3 games, they may have to win 7, something like that. Okay, so Brian Solids elects to break out the cluster and open things up a little bit. Still has the four ball to worry about because it really only goes in this pocket right now. So let's see what he does here. Oh, man, flirting with the side pocket. Oh, wow. And now the four is really in trouble. I suppose, yes, it does go in the lower right pocket, but you have to get good on the two because the two is the ball connected to that. Greg opens up the four again, which is nothing wrong with that. He's just trying to make balls. Oh, man. Yes, he goes off the rail, kicks the Brian's ball out of there, leaves himself a bank here. Mm, yeah, that was a little bit of a tough bank there. I think he had to open up the angle, which wasn't quite natural, and then ended up colliding with one of the other balls. So now Brian, good speed. Now he's just got to pick a pattern here. Good shot. He landed a little straight. Doesn't have a whole lot of angle to manipulate the cue ball, but he might just be able to stop shot this. Yeah, just like that. Good shot. And now he can make the two and just float the cue ball up to about here for the four in the right side, and that should that should look pretty good. Oh, leaves the two hanging and gets fortunate with a hook on the four. I see Greg jumping this. Yep, he's got the jump cue in hand. I'm going to switch to the player cam. I want to see his technique here. He's got a really good jump shot, and I think he rushed that a little bit. Hmm. Greg seems to be struggling a little bit to settle in, settle down, remember his training. Good position on the eight. Oh, goes all the way down with it. Man, I thought he was going to go inside, but goes the long way and makes another good shot on that top right corner. Brian taking down rack 9, leading the match 6-3 on the hill. Okay, here we go. Brian breaking rack 10 from the center. And comes up empty-handed. This is what Greg needs right now. He needs a good opening shot. He needs to settle in, find a rhythm, look at what's happening on the table. I think he likes the solids here. I definitely don't like the 14. It's in one of those 6 problem spots right there on the cushion, right by the side pocket. No bueno. So solids is my preference, but let's see what Greg goes with here. I think he likes this 6. He looks like he's setting up for the 6. He is. Okay. Now he's got to start thinking about this 3. And the 7 for that matter. Okay. Let's see. He might elect a safe here. Oh no, he had. Oh, I didn't think he could see the 1 there. Okay, moving right along. Okay. Yeah, and again, it's not a bad thing that he missed that because he's down to 3 balls. Oh no, I'm sorry, 4 balls. Excuse me. But it didn't hurt him to miss that. He lucked out that it ended up by the pocket, so he's got a soldier down there ready for action. And giving Brian an opportunity to develop the rack or even break the balls out for him. Okay. Brian gets a little lucky here with the roll, not leaving Greg a whole lot of opportunities. Oh, he's going to kick at the 3. Oh, and hits the 9 first. Not over yet, though. Brian needs to think about this problem ball here. This 10 is in a funny spot. It's just, blocked by the 15. It's blocked by the 9. It's just, the stripes are not straightforward right now. So now Brian with an angle to send the cue ball this way if he makes this 10 in the side here and possibly breaking things up a little bit. Oh, okay. It was an attempt, it looks like, but also looked like he jumped up a little bit on that one. All right, Greg, choosing the 2 now. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's gonna get a good hit though. Oh no, rail. Oh man. Okay. So let's see Brian from this vantage point. Let's see what he's looking at here. Yeah, they're not straightforward, sir. Let's get a closer look at what's happening here. Well, see now that's the problem ball. So he looks like he may be trying he to break these out. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what he was trying. But it's not what he was hoping for. 7 looks like it goes here, so that's not a problem ball. A mistake from Brian now could be detrimental. And here comes a cue ball back around. Oh, don't. Oh, okay. Well, he just bumped the 7 into trouble, except he could take it now and avoid the fuss. Yep, I like this. 7-3 combo, get the 7 out of there. Oh, runs out of juice. Or was that what he meant to do? Just as an insurance? Well, opens it up for Brian, and Brian going with the 11 first. Oh, okay. 13 still kind of a problem ball. I mean, it goes in the top right corner, but he's going to really have to shape that with one of his other balls. Gonna need to land in maybe this zone for a decent shot on this 13. Hmm. Oh, nice. Oh, he went the other way, shaped the 13 for the corner or the side. Brian surprises me again. But again, it's a touchy shot. Oh, gets it. With good shape on the 9. He should get natural shape on the 8 in the right side pocket or top right corner. If he just floats it in, just like that. Overruns it just a touch, but still has a makeable shot on the top right, and that's been his corner tonight. Calls it in the top right for the win. Oh, it's going to run out of juice. Oh man, and he's gonna give the table back to Greg. Let's go, Greg. Yeah, some catching up to do, buddy. Let's see how this pans out. Oh, okay, that worked out pretty good. Oh man, that's a little close for comfort, but he's okay. Oh, what? Well, that was a weird shot. Not. Oh, what happened? Oh, did he double hit it? He must have fouled and double hit the. Oh no, I can't believe that. Oh, Brian using every inch of that pocket to finish the match 7-3. Great shooting, gentlemen. Uh, there they are, wrapping the match up. Want to thank everybody who tuned in. I'm still working on learning this app, so if there's a chat stream somewhere, I need to figure out where that is. So in case somebody wants to ask questions or anything, I'll have to ask Greg if there's